Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MaxSpeedTV. As you can see, we are at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we have our top 10 on display. Christopher Demerit, currently your fastest practice time, followed by Bradley Walters, Zach Gorski in third, Will Sylvester in fourth, and rounding out your top 5 in practice right now is Gary Gibson. Don't forget, coming up next, we'll be qualifying for the ARDC Sim Series 500 or 250, depending on how you want to look at it. Wednesday at 7:45 p.m. right here on MaxSpeedTV. The RFC Late Model Series will be at New Smyrna. And then next Monday night, the ARDC Sim Series Midgets will return to the dirt track at Charlotte. Woo, I can get it all out tonight. Thank you very much for joining me tonight for the ARDC Sim Series Indy 500. We are only going to be doing 100 laps for 250 miles. My name is K.R. Stolvis. Thank you very, very much for joining me tonight here on MaxSpeedTV at the historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Walls Beard Co. If you have a glorious beard or you want a glorious beard, check out Walls Beard Co. Get you some beard balm. Great products. I use it myself when I have a beard. Currently I'm in my summer wear. I have trimmed it down. So Walls Beard Co. gets me through when I have my beard. So check out wallsbeardco.com. Colby's Eye Paint. If you're in the market for a new paint scheme, check out Colby's Eye Paint on Facebook. They can do a replica paint of your real life car even. Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. The Ohio IndyCar League. Not just accepting Ohio League members only. Apply at the Ohio IndyCar League on Facebook. It's an IndyCar league based out of Ohio. SimSpeedShop.com. You're in need of a custom button box. Check out SimSpeedShop.com. Not only that, but they do an amazing job on building button boxes and e-brakes. Check out SimSpeedShop.com. And iBog, iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics, the official graphics supplier for MaxSpeedTV. Check them out at ibog.co. And the Hershey Design Company. It's your one-stop graphics shop. If you are in need for an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or just want a logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. That's Hershy. Find them on Facebook. So tonight, the ARDC Sim Series has abandoned the midgets and is going to tackle Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Looks like the drivers' meeting about ready to start getting underway as several cars are flipping down pit road. We fly around this huge facility in our blimp. Gonna take a moment here to talk a little bit about Indianapolis. If you don't know the history of it, very easy. Just type in Indy 500 in the Google. Google knows everything. But 4 corners here, 4 very distinct corners. These guys gonna be sailing off into turn number 1 at near 220, maybe even 230 miles an hour. Very, very high speeds at this speedway. First Indy 500 was in 1911. Minus a few years for World War II. This place has hosted the Indy 500 each and every year. It's always a great show. That was on Memorial Weekend, Sunday Memorial Weekend. So yesterday, today being Monday, actual Memorial Day. So I appreciate each and every one of you joining me here. We're gonna have a good time as the drivers' meeting is underway for this. While the drivers' meeting is underway, I'm gonna step away, as we like to do here on MaxSpeedTV. I'm gonna play our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back to MaxSpeedTV, ladies and gentlemen. Drivers meeting still underway for tonight's event. Several non-league members, or first-time league members, I should say, non-regulars, have joined us for this event. So the drivers meeting, very important to be laid out. Several different rules that ARDC has that may not be shared throughout many of the other leagues. You can see a lot of these cars still sitting on pit road. The other thing, once this race gets underway, it's going to be a 100 laps of pure, intense racing as only Indy 500 can bring. So I hope you guys sit in your chairs and hold on real tight. And there we go. We're seeing the end of practice. It is going to be group qualifying. So as they all get lined up on the end of pit road, there's going to be multiple cars out on the track. And right now we're waiting to see who's going to be in the first group. Oh, good. Jeff Drake. Great information in YouTube chat. If you guys have not joined YouTube chat, make sure that you do join it. Say hello. I'd love for you to hang out with me tonight. And Jeff Drake is definitely a sharer. He's sharing a lot of information tonight. So we appreciate all of that as well. So, looks like we got some cars out on the end of pit lane. Jarrett Singh in that 13 machine. Looks like the 46 moving out as well. Zach Gorski in the 07. Going to be the first one out. Bradley Walters in the 56. Already talked about Jarrett Singh briefly in that 13 machine. Brian Antonio in the SimWorks 46 machine. He is heading out, so that is going to be our first group, it looks like. 4 cars out on track. Oh, and Adam Plunkett in the 8. Looks like the field is getting sped up, getting ready to go green here for the qualifying. And there it's waving. Green flag in the air for Zach Gorski as our first group out on track. This 2.5 mile speedway takes a moment to get up to speed. These guys already 220 some miles an hour. Gorski leading this pack here is going to be the first one to set in a time. Down across the yard of bricks he goes. Zach Gorski going to set a fast lap of a 40.608. Good enough for pole right now. But Bradley Walters is going to take that top spot with a 40.226. Jarrett Singh coming in second for now. And Adam Plunkett in the 8, going to top everybody in this group with the fastest time. That has put Zach Gorski in the 07 all the way down into the slowest car in this group. Antonio in the 46, sitting 4th place right now. Some drafting may be taking effect here down the backstretch, but Bradley Walters still holding on to that top spot. Zach Gorski coming across the line to possibly complete his final lap. I believe they're going to get 2 laps, but I'm not sure on that one. Gorski unable to advance position. Bradley Walters still holding on to that top spot. Adam Plunkett in the 8. He is 2nd right now. Jarrett Singh in the 13 machine. He is currently 3rd. And the 46 of Brian Antonio already on pit road is 4th. And the rounding out our first group is the 07 of Zach Gorski. So those guys already doing their lap times. Singh pulling onto pit road. Final car to get to pit road and to clear off the speedway. So we wait patiently for the next group of cars to hit the speedway. We have 3, probably going to have 4 groups tonight. First set of drivers have already headed out. So group 2 getting their instructions and getting them ready to head out here. First one pulling out already. Now here comes the whole group. Next 5 cars are at the end of pit lane. See all 5 cars lined up, ready to go. First one to roll out, that is Brendan Littenberg. Brendan in the 12 machine. Christopher rolling out in the 11. Stouffer working on in the backstretch here, still under iRacing control, or race control, I should say. Not allowed to accelerate yet. Christopher Demerit in the 144 machine. Already have some people saying Demerit's going to win this tonight. We'll find out here in a moment how well he's going to be able to qualify. CJ Perrell and the 87 machine, he's rolling out as well. And David Sutton in the 21. So our group is all out. 5 drivers out on track. Here comes Brendan Leitenberg already going towards the start-finish line. This is our second car out there, flashing past the camera. You can see them really start to accelerate now. First car out in this group in order is Brendan Lichtenberg. He'll be the first one to register a time. Working his way in through 3 and 4 now. Down there's a long front stretch. Across the yard of bricks he goes. He is going to be registered with a 41.484. Currently 6th on the charts. Now Chris Stouffer jumping up to 6th, but he's going to fall to 7th as Christopher Demerit in the 144s jumping up to 4th. Something has happened to Peril. CJ Perel got a new car getting back out there. And David Sutton unable to turn a lap as well. So right now the fastest car in this group is Christopher Demerit. He is going to jump to the top of the charts with his second lap. Brendan is going to be 4th for right now. And Chris Stouffer in the 11, he is currently scored in 5th. David Sutton good enough for 7th place on his lap. Still not sure. It looks like CJ in more trouble here as has gotten into the wall. See if we can figure out what happened to CJ. That 87 machine unable to turn a time, just smashing into the wall there in turn 2. Second group slowing down, but the fastest car in this group is also the fastest car in qualifying for right now, and that is the 144 of Christopher Demerit. So good lap turned in by him. That's going to put him on pole for the moment. Bradley Walters 2nd. Adam Plunkett in the 8 is 3rd. 4th place is Brendan Lichtenberg. And 5th is Chris Stouffer in that 11 machine. Next group already formed up and rolling on out. Joe Howie in the 1 machine. He is out on track now. Along with Gary Gibson in the 3. Jared LeBaugh in the 38. Justin Carey in the 42. And the 59 machine of Johnny Antonucci. Go on board with Joe Howie. It's accelerating here as the green flag is flying for this group. Joe work down into turns 1 and 2. Tipping oh so close to that grass on turn 2 exit. Lifting that apron. Very important to get a good run down this backstretch. And down into turn 3. We ride on board for a lap here at Indy. lap time good enough for 10th, but he wasn't fully up to speed when he got to the start-finish line. Justin Carey in the 42s using some draft here. Looks like he's going to get a good qualifying run as he's drafting off of someone in front of him. Johnny Antonucci in that 59 machine currently with an 11th place time. And Justin Carey in the 42 is going to jump to the top of the charts here. Jared Labaugh is currently scored 10th in that 38 machine. But Carey on pole for now with a 39.896. He's gonna just top Chris Demerit off of that top spot as the field's starting to slow down. Joe Howie gonna be scored 13th in this group, or from this group qualifying session, I should say. '59 machine of Johnny slowing it down. But Justin Carey, he's still out there. He's still ripping some laps off. He's going to use all the time available to him. So your pole sitter for right now is this 42 machine. Very fast lap time with a 39.896. Now he's going to pull her down on the pit road and get her shut down. Next 5 cars already lined up, and it looks like the first one out is the 4 machine of Robert McFinn. David Hunt rolling out as well in that 24. Raul Alvarez in the 9 machine, making up a part of this next group. Will Sylvester in the 14 waiting for his chance to roll out. He has been released. And Ryan Reiser in the 19 machine. Rhett Tucker in the 99. Looks like he's warming up his tires. He will be the last car out in this group. As qualifying is drawing to a close here, the final group, final chance to get pole position away from Justin Carey, who just stole it from Christopher Demerit. So we'll see how this is going to play out. Hopefully these guys get on the throttle here soon, as they are quickly running out of time for qualifying. There they go. They've been green lighted. So 1 minute left in this qualifying session. Wow. Qualifying session. Robert Moquin in that fourth. First car out in this group. With lap times around 39 seconds to 40 seconds. Looks like these guys are only going to get about 1 lap in for this qualifying session. We'll see how it is controlled by race admins. But with 100 laps here at Indy, qualifying is important. But if you can get to the front with a fast car, you're going to do it in 100 laps anyways. As a final 2 seconds click off here for qualifying. Rhett Tucker, fastest time in this group in that 99 machine. See who else is going to be able to make a time, as Moquin does get across the line again. He's going to get 17th spot. Will Sylvester going to be 16th. Alvarez will wind up 13th. Rhett Tucker jumping to 11th. Will Sylvester 12th. As everyone's coming across the line, it's changing as fast as I can talk about it. David Hunt currently 16th. That is all 20 cars that have made a qualifying time now. As the session is kicked over. There you go. There is your official 20 car qualifying field for the ARDC Indy 500. As the field starts to grid up, 100 laps at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Some cars taking to the grid now. Once they get on the grid, we will go through our starting lineup. As the drivers use these final few seconds, it is a fixed race. Everyone running the same setup. As we go on board with Justin Carey, look out the back end as the rest of the field starts to take to the grid. There's outside of row number 2. Walls Beard Co. starting at grid. Row number 1 will be made up of the 42 of Justin Carey and the 144 of Chris Demerit. Row 2 will be made up of Bradley Walters and the 8 machine of Adam Plunkett. Row 3 will be Brandon Leitenberg and Chris Stouffer in the 11. Row 4, Jarrett Singh in the 13. And David Sutton in the 21. Row 5 is going to be Gary Gibson and Jared LeBaugh in the 38. Row 6, Rhett Tucker and Will Sylvester. in that 14 machine. Row 7, Johnny Antonucci and Raul Alvarez. Row 8 will be Brian J. Antonio in the 46 machine and David Hunt in the 24. Row 9 is Robert Moquin and Joe Howie. And row 10 will be Zach Gorski and Ryan Reiser. Row 11 will be Colin DeBoyes and CJ Pearl. That is all 11 rows here tonight. As I have just been informed that Justin Carey is going to get an EOL due to the draft. They are going to do a 3-wide salute as well. As two cars getting together already. Green flag flying, but this field's still under control of the admins. So yellow immediately coming back out. It looks like we're having some more issues as more cars plowing into each other. I think what is happening is we will have to step away for a commercial break. Guys, we will bring this right back to you here in just a moment.
like a movie, just like a storybook. We are the future, we're the ones they won't overlook. It's time to be the hero. Like you've never seen, like you've never seen. Looking for a hero. Just like in a dream, just like in a dream.
Welcome back to MaxSpeedTV. Thank you very much for sticking with us, as we had to reset the field, reset the server, and now we just wait patiently for everyone to join back in. So once the field gets reset, everything gets reset, we'll be back into racing just as soon as you can say green, green, green at Indy. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm. Check out wallsbeardco.com. I have a glorious beard during the cold months. Right now it's not so cold, so my glorious beard is hidden beneath my glorious face. And if you believe that, well, I don't know what to tell you. Colby's Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Colby specializes in doing replicas of real-life cars, but not limited to that. Check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. The Ohio IndyCar League. It's an IndyCar league based out of Ohio, but you do not have to be in the Ohio club to join this league. You can apply and see about getting into the Ohio IndyCar League. They are broadcasted right here on MaxSpeedTV. SimSpeedShop.com. They have amazing button boxes, can do custom button boxes, and make sure you check out their e-brake for all of you global rallycross drivers. That is SimSpeedShop.com. And iBog, iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics. It's your sim race broadcast graphics source and the official graphics provider for MaxSpeedTV. So all the pretty overlays you're looking at, product of iBog. And the Hershey Design Company. It's your one-stop graphics shop. If you are in need of an iRacing paint, maybe a league, team, or business logo, or if you just want a logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. That's Hershy. Not the chocolate. That is just Hershey Design Company. So, once again, and tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Zach Gorski Racing. ZGR Racing. Zach Gorski out as part of the field here tonight. So he will be bringing this broadcast to you in part, and also doing his best to bring home a trophy in this ARDC Sim Series Indy 500/250, because we're only doing 100 laps here tonight, equivalent of 250 miles. So the field waiting to receive the proper lineup instructions from race control. Once they do that, we'll get this race underway. I'm gonna have to count Liam Quinn in YouTube chat as correct. Not sure if you guys are joining us in YouTube chat. Make sure you go ahead and say hello. Make sure while you're typing in YouTube chat that you like the video. If you get the chance, maybe subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And go a long way to letting everyone who puts on these shows, who supports them and throws money at them, to know that their money is not wasted. So I appreciate that. As the battle for the battle in YouTube's getting intense. Trying to keep a straight face here. Just can't. So the field's starting to line up. Multiple cars taking to the grid now. We're going to fire this thing off here in just a little bit as everyone's starting to line up now. Row number one going to be made up of Christopher Demerit and Brendan Leitenberg in that 12 machine. Row two will be Chris Stouffer and Bradley Walters. Row three is going to be Adam Plunkett and Will Sylvester. Row 4 is going to be made up of Jarrett Singh and Rhett Tucker. Row 5 is going to be David Sutton and Jared LeBaugh. Row 6, Colin. Saturday night is for the boys as he's going to go spinning out of control here. He's already in trouble. Reminiscent of Raul Boisel in the 90s, 1990s Indy 500. In trouble on the pace lap. Colin Du Bois in trouble here early. Gary Gibson starting on the outside of row number 6. Row 7 will be Brian Antonio and Zach Gorski. Row 8 will be Raul Alvarez and Joe Howie. Row 9 will be Justin Carey and Ryan Reiser. Justin Carey was penalized due to receiving a draft in his qualifying time. Row 10 will be CJ Perrell and Robert Moquin. And row 11 will be David Hunt and Johnny Antoniucci. Wow. Oop. All right, green flag flying, but this field is going to line up and set up for a 3-wide salute. We ride atop the blimp. The field working its way into formation here for this 3-wide salute. See them working their way out of turn number 2, starting to form up. So it looks like the battle in YouTube chat has settled down for now, but will say some nationalities were called out. It was quite the interesting read in YouTube chat. If you are not a part of this, you need to make sure you get in here, say something. Appreciate each and everyone that is contributing to the humor of the day. Here we go with the 3-wide salute. Onto the front stretch. Field looking nice and mostly organized. We're working on it. Quite difficult to do, not gonna lie. Some of these guys unsure where to line up, but they will get it figured out. Looks like they're getting it now. Field looking nice and lined up here. What a beautiful sight that is. Several rows of two, really, KR? 3 wide here, salute happening as they come down the back straight, working their way out of turn number 2. This is a 3-wide salute here on Memorial Day for all the fans that are watching, for all of the league happenings, and of course for all that Memorial Day is, and the Indy 500, the ARDC Sim Series 3-wide salute happening now. Front 2 rows looking very good. Race control allowed these guys to do a 3-wide salute, but not crazy enough to let them do a 3-wide start. So now everyone going to be taking to the grid. Field getting lined up in their proper order. A little bit of a miscommunication on our part here on MaxSpeedTV as to who was starting where, but it does look like Justin Carey is going to be allowed to start on pole. Christopher Demerit will be starting on the outside of row number 2. Bradley Walters, Adam Plunkett will make up row 2. Row 3, Chris Stouffer, Brendan Leitenberg. Row 4, David Sutton, Jared Singh. Row 5, Jared LeBaugh, Gary Gibson. Row 6, Rhett Tucker, Will Sylvester. Row 7 is Johnny Ant. We're going to call Johnny Ant here. Brian Antonio. Row 8, David Hunt and Ryan Sylvester, or Ryan Reiser. Joe Howie and Raul Alvarez. Row 10 will be Zach Gorski and CJ Perel. Row 11 will be Robert Moquin and Colin DuBois. Here we go, guys. Hold on to your hats as we are getting ready to go green flag racing here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the ARDC Sim Series, brought to you by Zach Gorski Racing. Field working its way out of turn number 4 now. Here they come, getting ready to go green flag racing. And here we go, green flag flying at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as it looks like Christopher Demerit going to get a good jump on the start of the field. To the outside lane, our pole sitter, Justin Carey, going to drop down 2 spots there. He's currently scored in 3rd. Down the backstretch as they come. Too wide into turn number 3. Oh man, Justin Carey on the inside. He wants that top spot back. He's got to get around Demerit, who's in 2nd, and Bradley Walters currently your leader. And Walters is going to lead this first lap, but here comes Demerit to the inside, freight training that inside. Stuck on the outside is Walters. He is going to lose a lot of ground there. Walters dropping. We got one in the outside wall. We got one spinning. That is Joe Howie. He is in trouble, but able to get back going. Little bit of damage on that thing. This is a manually controlled yellow situation. So far, it does not look like we're under yellow, and the battle for the lead is intense right now. Very, very close racing. Oh man, did Kerry almost wash up into demerit there. Now he's got trouble on the inside as Bradley Walters working his way back to the front here. We go on board with Walters. He's gonna make a move to the inside here. Gary Gibson on pit road. He's exiting pit road. He is going to lose a lap in this situation. Gibson, we saw him hit that outside wall coming out of turn 2. Joe Howie ended up spinning around as well, but Howie staying out for the moment. He's got some damage to that thing. Looks like he might be waiting for a caution before he takes to pit road to repair it. But out front, the battle for the lead just as intense as ever. Down into turn number 2, still too wide. Here they come onto the back straight. The battle for the lead, every bit of intense as it can get at 220 miles an hour. Kerry on the outside, lost a little bit of ground. Now we got a pass for the lead. Chris Stouffer in that 13 machine trying to make a pass, but Demerit doesn't want to give it up. Down into turn number 2 on the inside of Stouffer, or sorry, turn number 3. Stouffer's gonna make the pass. He's gonna be your new leader, but can he make it work coming off of turn 4? And across the line, they're gonna switch up positions once again. Demerit now, he's the one out front. Stouffer in his draft. Down this long straightaway here at Indianapolis, out into turn number 3. Looks like Stouffer having a little bit of a gap to him now. We're gonna close up just a little bit, as we are under yellow here. Looks like something has happened to Brian Antonio. And that is a dangerous position to be in. A very fatal situation for the IndyCar. So we go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. See if we can figure out what happened to Antonio. Oh man, Antonio gonna get clipped by multiple cars, and then does the death spin that iRacing has never fixed in these Indy cars. And it has caught out Brian Antonio, unfortunately. He's gonna just keep spinning for quite a while. Very sad to see that happen. We watch from Ryan Reiser in this replay. See if we can figure out what happened here. Sorry, it was Justin Carey who was in trouble earlier. Carey gonna spin, tag that wall, come down in front of Antonio. Heavy damage to Justin Carey's machine. So while we're under yellow, we're going to step away for just a moment and we will be right back. Welcome back to MaxSpeedTV, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is cycling under yellow once again. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Walls Beard Co., Colby's Eye Paints, the Ohio IndyCar League, SimSpeedShop.com, iBog, and the Hershey Design Company. And let's not forget Zach Gorski Racing playing a part in it as well. So thank you very much for joining us. The field getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Several cars getting some damage repaired, and getting back out there while we were away. Chris Stouffer made a pit stop. Colin DuBois also made a pit stop. Those guys currently running 9th and 10th. Ryan Reiser, he has made a pit stop. He's currently 15th. Justin Carey, who we saw have extensive damage, used a fast repair. Robert Moquin. Brian Antonio, who had to take a tow, but due to the fact that his car glitched out, He has been allowed to get back on the lead lap from race control. 14 machine of Will Sylvester is currently scored at 19th. Only one car has left this session. That is the 2 machine of Adam Plunkett. Gary Gibson sitting in 21st spot right now. 1 lap down. Green flag flying once again here at Indy. Demerit getting a good jump here on the field. Second place, Bradley Walters trying to track him down. Walters using that draft. Down the back straight they come. Walters to the inside. As another car is flipping, that looks like the 24 of David Hunt involved in a situation. Will Sylvester once another time. Oh, looks like Brian Antonio. No, that is not Antonio. As Robert Moquin involved in this one. Several cars damaged. We're going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay, see if we can figure out what happened here. Trying to go 3 wide in the back. Contact made. Several cars getting airborne, getting into the wall. Robert Moquin also suffering from the iRacing glitch that the Indy cars have. That's what it's like. Not a fun trip. So the field under yellow once again here at Indy. Our second caution of the night. The caution counter is not going to work with that, because it is all manually controlled cautions. Right now, Bradley Walters is your race leader. We're going to go green next time around. Bradley Walters, KR up in the broadcast booth. You got your ears on, bud? You're out front here for the ARDC Sim Series 250 or Indy 500, however you want to call it. Tell us a little bit about your race plan and how you've gotten to the front.
I can kind of get some separation and do some leapfrogging back and forth, we might be able to separate a little bit. Otherwise, I mean, I think it's just going to be just sit and wait to the end of the race.
All right, man. Well, heck of a fight you got going on between the two of you. Right now, you're on top of it. But we're going green next time around, so we'll let you get focused in on that.
All right, thanks.
All right, that's Bradley Walters. Sorry for the sound issue that we had there. Didn't quite have his mic prepared and ready. So thank you very much for bearing with us on that. So Walter's out front. Demerit in second. Third place is David Sutton. Fourth is Jarrett Singh. And rounding out your top 5 for this restart will be Rhett Tucker. Field starting to accelerate. Green flag flying here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Once again, as it looks like Walter's going to sail off into turn number 1 with a bit of a gap over Demerit. Demerit going to dive into turn 2 using the draft to close it on him. Now he's going to make his move coming off of turn 2 down the back straight. Walter's going to lose 2 spots there as David Sutton going to be able to make a move as well. Sutton going to slide into second place here. Now Walter's going to dive down below Sutton, trying to use that slingshot, but unable to make anything happen as Sutton stayed in the draft of Demerit. Was able to pull Walters down that front straight, but here we go onto the back straight once again. Walters staying in line this time. Now they're going to dive off into turn 3. Walters looking high and dive down low. Maybe try and set him up to get below him in the short shoot, but no, going to stay tucked in right behind him. Meanwhile, in the back of the pack here, we got some 2-wide racing. And it looks like Gary Gibson trying to find a way around these guys. Ooh, Gibson taking evasive action. Able to get it sorted out though. No contact made. Ryan Reiser on pit road with some heavy damage. Not sure what happened to him. We're going to go to our instant replay, see if we can pick it up here on MaxSpeedTV. So unable to find it. Christopher Demerit still out front. David Sutton in second. We go back live. Replay was unable to find what happened to Reiser. So out of the race is Ryan Reiser. He will be scored 19th in that 19 machine. Robert Moquin in that 7 machine will be scored 20th. Will Sylvester 21st, and 22nd will be Adam Plunkett. As we are under yellow here. Something possibly with Justin Carey. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay, see if we can catch what happened. Guys fighting tooth and nail using the draft. Carey on the outside here. Oh, big contact. Carey into the wall hard. And that is going to do it for Justin Carey. He is packed up and headed home. He will be scored in 18th spot. Looks like everyone coming down pit road here. Jared LeBeau gonna stay out, not making a pit stop this time. David Hunt in second. Third place will be Gary Gibson as he stayed out as well. Now the rest of the field who has made pit stops. Brendan Leitenberg. I'm sorry, Christopher Demerit gonna win the race off pit road. Bradley Walters in second. Tonight's race is 100 laps for 250 miles. Tire and fuel window is about 30 laps. Pit road speed limit is 60 miles per hour. You can see it's a nice day for the race. Track is a little hot at 104 degrees, but these IR18 machines, they can handle a temperature like that. Field's gonna work its way under caution here. I believe that's our third caution of the night. While they do, we'll step away for just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The field's getting ready to get back underway here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Right now, Jared LeBeau in that 38 machine. He's currently leading this thing by virtue of not making a pit stop. Hasn't pitted for quite a while, but he will restart on the lead here. Field working its way out of turn number 4. Now they're all accelerating down this long straightaway, waiting for the green flag, and there it is. Flag is flying. Gary Gibson making a move. He's going to go 2 for 1 down into turn number 1. Put your new leader as David Hunt, as Gibson couldn't quite pull it off, as we got one spin in there. That is Jared LeBeau getting in trouble. So far, the yellow flag has not come out. So we'll go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Watch what happens to LeBeau here. Got slammed in the back. Spinning out of control. Gonna collect what looked like, hate to say it, one other car. It was the 13 of Chris Stouffer. Stouffer having to make a pit stop here as the yellow flag has not flown. Meanwhile, out front, fresh tires of Brendan Lichtenberg. He is going to be the leader here. These guys working their way on the front stretch. Epic battle for the lead. 3 wide going into turn number 1. And the yellow flag is going to fly this time. Not sure what has happened, but it looks like Colin Du Bois is the one that's in trouble here. Down the front stretch, looks like he got tagged in the backside. Went spinning out of control with heavy damage. But your new leader is going to be Christopher Demerit. David Hunt in second. So 14 cars on the lead lap here. Last car on the lead lap is Raul Alvarez. Looks like he's having some connection issues all of a sudden, so hopefully that'll clean up for him. See if we can get a word in. Well, no, doesn't look like it. Field under caution here once again in the ARDC Sim Series Indy 500. Going green on flag racing this time. So nobody go anywhere. Field lined up, ready. We're going to take off. Get under that throttle pedal. Lay down some fast laps once again. Field waiting patiently, and there they go. They are starting to accelerate. And green flag flying here at Indy as Demerit's going to get a good jump. 2 wide into turn number 1. Get it settled by turn 2, but onto the back straight they go. Demerit with a good little lead here. Brendan in that 12 machine gonna slot into second place. David Hunt and Bradley Walters gonna battle for third, with Gary Gibson right behind him in fifth. Back under yellow. Joe Howie involved in this one. 3-car crash here in big time trouble. Looks like CJ Perel involved as well. So Demerit's still out front. Field getting ready to go green. Brian Antonio, this is KR up in the broadcast booth. Got your ears on?
Yep, we're good.
Man, oh man, tell us a little bit about this race out here tonight and how your car's feeling.
It's going pretty good. You know, these cars are going absolutely so fast where you just have a lot of guys that aren't responsible enough to drive them. But when we are going green, it's really fun. I'm having a blast. The car's handling great. I already used my quick repair though, so we just got to keep our nose clean.
So does everyone get one quick repair out here tonight?
Yep, just one.
All right, man. Well, keep your nose clean. Good luck to you. We know you're getting ready to go back green flag racing, so we'll let you get to it.
Alrighty, thank you. Appreciate it.
As Brian Antonio sitting currently 8th place in the field. Taking a moment to talk to us out here tonight. Restart has been waved off. We're going to go one more time around. Looks like maybe Gary Gibson heading to pit road. And he is. Gibson heading to pit road here. So Demerit out front. He was picked earlier on by YouTube chat, or one YouTube chatter, as the race winner for this thing, but so far can't win it when you still got quite a few laps to go. Jeff Drake giving us a wonderful post-race interview in YouTube chat. Guys, make sure you're active in chat. We'll have some fun in there. Try and bring some of that good conversation forward here. Earlier, we had an epic discussion about Canadians and French, and there was some hurt feelings. Not gonna lie, it wasn't my feelings. I was laughing. It was a good time. Right now we have 13 cars out on track. Joe Howie packed up, headed home. Colin DuBois headed home. Chris Stouffer has packed it up. Jared LeBeau, Justin Carey, Ryan Reiser, Robert Moquin, Will Sylvester, and Adam Plunkett all have packed up, headed home here tonight. 22 cars started the race. We're down to 13. So a very epic battle of attrition going on here. As a green flag is flying here at Indy once again. Battle for the lead. Brendan Lechtenberg down to the inside. He's going to go. Into turn 3, he's going to make the move. Merritt going to let him have it, but he's right there in his wake. Down into turn number 4. Demerit going to lead that lap, but it looked like Brendan was going to challenge for it. That is some draft racing right there. Good example of drafting, making a pass, but, you know, getting drafted right back. Slingshot move by both drivers, one on the back stretch, one on the front stretch. Now it looks like Demerit going to hold on to the lead for this time. Down into turn number 3. Into the short chute he goes. Off of turn 4 as we're working lap 33. Demerit out front, the 12 machine of Lichtenberg. David Hunt in that 24 machine. He's sitting 4th. David Sutton in the 20 right behind him. Sutton started 9th, currently in 5th place. Your biggest lap leader so far tonight has been Demerit, but Walters has led 4, Lichtenberg has led 2, Jared Labaugh has led 2, and Antonio has led 1. But with all of the crashing that has happened, Labaugh caught up in one of those crashes. He's not going to get to lead any more laps as he is packed up and heading home. His night is done. Got one into the wall there. Not sure who that was. Looked like CJ Perel. He is into the wall. He's in trouble now. Wiggling down that straightaway as that car is no longer straight. Is missing a chunk of its front wing. Meanwhile, out front, Demerit still holding on to it. Lichtenberg 2nd, Bradley Walters 3rd. Those are your 3 cars right there. 4th place is Sutton, and 5th is Brian Antonio, who's making a good recovery from the iRacing glitch that the Indy cars just start flipping. He was able to repair it, get it back out there. He's used his 1 repair. And Jeff Drake, once again, applying some great YouTube chat. Guys haven't been involved in YouTube chat, make sure you get involved. Join the conversation, as Antonio's going to slide up into 4th place here. Demerit out front, but now he's got a little bit of pressure from Bradley Walters. Walters going to follow him down into turn number 1, give him a little bit of room, try and keep that car from aero pushing. It's not what you want to see happen here. Very susceptible to aero push into turns 1 and 3. Walters doing all he can, trying to get around. Checking in on the 24 machine of David Hunt. Started 21st, he's currently 6th, so he's made quite a few moves through the field here. Antonio and Sutton going after it here for 4th spot. Bradley Walters going to dive down below Demerit. Pass for the lead. Put Walters to the front. Christopher Demerit going to slide into 2nd. Down the back straight. Field of very, very close here in 1st and 2nd with 3rd place of Brendan Leitenberg. He's just watching these guys battle it out. We go on board with him. Down into turns 1 and 2. Having to lift just a little bit. But right now, Walters out front. He's leading this thing. Demerit has led the most laps with 30 so far tonight. Walters in 2nd place with 5 laps led. Now make that 6 laps. So he's going to be the first one across the stripe for that lap. Very famous yard of bricks here at Indy. That is the start-finish line. Now it looks like Walters able to spread out some time here. Maybe getting the biggest lead we've seen in a run here. Not sure if Demerit has tried to dial it back a little bit. Maybe make it into a little bit longer of a fuel run. Stay in the draft here. Conserve some fuel. Rhett Tucker in the 99 machine. He is the first car 1 lap down, and he is currently in 12th place. Tucker hoping for a caution here before too long. Help get him back on the lead lap. Raul Alvarez right behind him. He's currently scored 11th. He is the last car on the lead lap. Meanwhile, David Hunt in that 24 machine. He's currently 8th. Checking up, headed for pit road. Green flag pit stops underway now. Is David Hunt going to be the first one to peel off and hit pit road? We discussed it earlier, about 30 laps on a fuel run. Tires are pretty much the same. The fall off right now, not a whole lot. Walters, your leader, his best lap is a 40.321 tonight. His last lap was a 40.672. So tire fall off, not that big of a deal as he's turned 25 laps on these tires. We have had a couple cautions. So David Hunt made his pit stop, blending back in with the rest of the pack here. He will be scored 1 lap down, but he is the first car 1 lap down. That's going to be a battle between him and Rhett Tucker. Tucker's 4.3 seconds behind him. So Tucker has some work cut out to be the first car 1 lap down. Meanwhile, out front, it is still Walters. Demerit in 2nd. They have started to put a little bit of gap over 3rd place of Brendan Lichtenberg. Meanwhile, down the front stretch comes 4th place of David Sutton. with Brian Antonio right on his tail. Got an interview earlier with Antonio. Currently in 5th place. Working the throttle into turn 3 through this short shoot. Now into turn 4. Up into 6th gear for Antonio. You see it there on the bottom of your screen. Shifting into 5th for this turns 1 and 2. Alvarez, a little slow right now. Had a big moment, had to gather himself back up, getting back up to speed, but he is sitting in 10th place right now. Meanwhile, Walter's still out front. Demerit in 2nd. Way back in the back of your screen there, that is 3rd place, Brendan Lichtenberg. Zach Gorski in the 07. Haven't talked a whole lot about him. He started 14th. He's currently 9th. Zach Gorski Racing, part of the crew that has made this broadcast happen. As I lose my wording. Oh, I'm so good with words. Zach Gorski in that 07. Right now he's running 9th. Jarrett Singh in that 10 machine. Having a good race going for him right now here in these middle stages, as we were just past the halfway point. Running pretty close to where he started. Started 7th overall. Right now he's 6th. The 59 machine of Johnny Ant. I'd like to say his last name, but my tongue just doesn't twist that way. Antonucci? Not really sure. Doing my best with what I got. I'm going to tell you it's not a whole lot. So the 59 machine of Johnny, he's sitting in 8th place right now. Having to lift big time coming out of turn 2. His last time around, he turned a 41.857. His best lap is a 40.866, and he is headed to pit road. We got lots of other cars on pit road as well. David Sutton has pitted. Antonio is pitting. Johnny's on pit road. Alvarez has just pulled off of pit road. Now, when will these two pit? So far, the top 5, top 6 have not pitted yet. Lichtenberg on pit road now from 3rd spot. Bradley Walters Christopher Demerit, your top two. When will they come to pit road? And here comes leader Bradley Walters from the lead onto pit road. So green flag pit stops completely underway. Demerit hanging it tough out there. Demerit hanging tough out there. So he's going to get around the 20 and David Sutton. Thought that was the 20 of David Sutton. There is the 20. Will Demerit hit pit road this time? Yes, he does. He's gonna dive off into pit road. Slows it down. Jarrett Singh will assume the lead under a little bit of a different pit strategy here. He's got about 5 more laps left before he can make it to, or will have to pit. So a little bit of a different strategy for him. He's on the same strategy as Zach Gorski. Those guys are running 1 and 2. Gorski, though, is about 14 seconds behind Jarrett Singh. Jarrett on the front stretch. Here comes Gorski into the short chute. Gorski coming out of turn 4 here. Jarrett Singh onto the back straight. So now the question becomes, when will Singh hit pit road? Maybe got about 3 more laps before he will have to come to pit road. Not sure how well he's been able to conserve fuel, but for sure unable to make it to the end of this race. Right now, he is your leader. He's out front. He's led for 2 laps. Gorski is going to hit pit road. That is going to allow him to cycle through the field now, putting Bradley Walters back up into second, Demerit into third. Gorski getting serviced by his pit crew now. And Jarrett Singh, he's going to be coming to pit road as well. That will allow Christopher Demerit, who has made a pass on Bradley Walters. Once he comes around, green flag pit stops will have cycled through. Walters going to make a move here to the inside. Down into turn number 1 they go with Walters to the lead. Demerit very close on his heels, following up down the backstretch. Demerit once again to the inside on the front stretch, making a pass for the lead. He is going to lead that lap. Walter's going to allow him down below him in turn number 1, through the short chute, and turn number 2 onto the back straight. This field well and truly spread out now with these green flag pit stops. Walter's making a move here. Now Walters to the front. Demerit in second. These guys swapping spots almost every lap, sometimes every straightaway. So an epic battle for the race lead here. Ryan Reiser in YouTube chat, unfortunately an early end to his night, but the comedy relief stays strong with him as he feels we should run the midgets here at Indianapolis. Gotta tell you, that's gonna be an interesting race when that one happens. Tonight's scheduled event is 100 laps. We spent a few laps setting up for parade, 3 wide salute, and then reset the field and went green flag racing. So we are on lap 63 of 106 for our total lap counter. Checkered flag will fly on lap 106, but like I said, we did spend a few laps of green flag racing, setting up the field, setting up our 3 wide salute. So 100 laps, the total scheduled distance. Walters and Demerit still running 1 and 2 here. Looks like they're coming up on the 07 machine of Zach Gorski to put him a lap down. Gorski running 8th place right now. In danger of going a lap down. He started 14th, so he's worked his way forward some. He's got to find a little bit extra here. He doesn't want to get lapped here. This is going to make his race a lot more difficult. But with the laps that Walters and Demerit are throwing down, the inevitable is about ready to happen, maybe on this front stretch. Coming out of turn number 4. Walters making his move to the inside here. Both first and second cleanly past Zach Gorski. So Walters retains the lead here. Demerit closely in his tire tracks. David Hunt has packed it up and headed home. Hunt and the 24 machine, he will be scored in 11th place. Kerry Gibson 12th, CJ in 13th, Joe Howie 14th, Colin DuBois 15th, Chris Stouffer 16th, Jared LaBosse 17th, Justin Carey 18th, Ryan Reiser 19th, 20th will be Robert McQuinn, 21st Will Sylvester, and 22nd will be Adam Plunkett. All those guys packed up, headed home. We're down to 10 cars as we have a very high attrition rate in this race today. As Demerit managed to get around Walters. Lichtenberg in the 12 machine, he's currently 3rd, 10 seconds behind first and second place. Another 5 seconds behind him is David Sutton, and Brian Antonio in the 46 machine. Gonna round out your top 5 right now. He is in the tire tracks of that 20 machine. Sixth place is gonna go to the 10 machine of Jarrett Singh. Jarrett Singh, who started 7th, currently running 6th. Led 3 laps on a little bit of a different pit strategy than the rest of the field. He's able to stay out for an extra 6 or 7 laps compared to everyone else. We'll see how that is going to play out here in the later stages. You never know how this will shake down. Could come down to just a 6-lap difference in pit strategy. It's how these things at Indianapolis work. Meanwhile, 7th place, the 59 machine of Gianni Antonoucci. Man, oh man, I wish I knew how to say his last name. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering it. I hate the fact that that's happening. He is in 6th place. He is the last car on the lead lap. Look out the back now. Not too far behind them though. Here comes Demerit and Walters, your leaders for this ARDC Series Indy 500 or 250. It's their version of the Indy 500, but it's 100 laps, 250 total miles for this event here tonight. Antonio moving up into 4th place as David Sutton has made his pit stop. And it's an extended pit stop as maybe something has happened to that 20 machine. So Antonio's going to gain a spot here. Put him in 4th. Jarrett Singh will round out your top 5. Meanwhile, out front, Bradley Walters in 2nd. In the tire tracks of Demerit to go on board with Walters. See, diving off into turn number 1, having to lift just a little bit and back into it. Working the throttle just a touch into turn number 2. And down this long back straightaway. Very long straights here at Indy. Very quick turns and a short chute in between them all. Very unique, very famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A challenge in every single corner, every single straightaway. Hear him working the throttle. Losing just a little bit of ground to the leader, Demerit. Demerit has really closed up on the 59 machine. Can go high to pass him here. Both cars, 1st and 2nd, going high around the 59, and that will put 5 cars on the lead lap here. We're in a very long green flag run and has spread the field out quite a bit. And Demerit now really starting to get a gap over Bradley Walters. Almost a 1 second gap, 0.883 right now over Bradley Walters. Demerit started 1st, currently 1st. He has led the most laps out here. He's led 43 laps tonight. Bradley Walters has led 23 laps. And the caution is going to fly here tonight. Zach Gorski is on pit road. Don't know if he was the reason for the caution. So we're going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. See if we can figure out what happened. As he was already headed to pit road when the caution came out. Meanwhile, pit stops, they're happening. Demerit on pit road. Lichtenberg also hitting pit road. And here comes Antonio, who's caught up, trying to catch up to the field. The lead was so great. He is just now getting caught up on the pit road. The 59 machine of Johnny, he's going to get his lap back, being first car 1 lap down. Demerit's going to win this race off pit road. So while the field gets sorted out, we're going to step away for just a moment and we will be right back.
I think it's
And I'm playing my
okay. Good. We're gonna get area 1 on the way laps anyway. We should be okay. It's been a hell of a race. Thanks everything I cleared up. Pretty quite good stuff. Alright. Again, Rat, sorry for getting into it, man. Also look at that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. We're going to see about getting an interview with Zach Gorski. Mr. Gorski, you got your ears on tonight? How's your race going so far? Currently got you scored in 6th place in that 07 machine, but sounds like you might have a little bit of damage on that thing. You were on pit road early, just as the caution came out. Were you able to get any of it fixed? Alright, well, you're getting ready to go back to green flag racing, so we'll let you get to it, so good luck out there. That's Zach Gorski, currently running 6th place. You see how this restart is going to work for him. There's a field working its way out of turn number 4. They're accelerating now. Flag is dropping now. Green flag underway here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Christopher Demerit in that 144 machine. Bradley Walters in 2nd. The field all bunched up. Everyone was able to get a wave around. Walters making a move here. Down a backstretch into turn number 3. New leader Walters. Will he hold on to it through 3 and 4? Down into turn number 1. DeBarrett out front. Walters in 2nd. Antonio's 3rd right now. YouTube chat doing a great job of reminding me the top 3 finishers here in this event all receive a free iRacing paint. Right now that would be Walters, DeMerit, and Antonio. Jeff Drake finishing top 3 in our hearts in YouTube chat. I'd vote for you, Drake. I'd vote for you. Once again, another lead change, another dive to the inside into turn number 1. Down the backstretch we go. Antonio sitting in 3rd, looking to the high side here. He's following in the tire tracks of Demerit. Walters the leader for now. Will that change as we're on lap 83 of 106, getting ready to be lap 84. This field very close. You can tell the intensity has ratcheted up just a little bit. Field starting to spread out here a little, but down to the inside, Walters making a move. Now Walters to the front. Here comes Demerit down to the inside. Another lead change. Meanwhile, Antonio sitting in 3rd. He's watching all this happen. These two get together and create a caution. And as long as Antonio can dodge them, this guy's going to assume the lead. So now everyone pretty much on the same pit strategies. As we see Walters dive down into turn number 1. He's going to take the lead for now. Demerit sliding into 2nd place. Antonio having to work that throttle. Got a little bit of aero push there. Gave up some ground, but gonna gain it right back down the straightaway as he's drafting on these guys. Gonna go a lane higher there. And now Demerit down to the inside. Demerit to the front. Walters leading that lap, but Demerit making his move into turn 1. Down the back straight. Your new leader will be Demerit. Lap after lap, maybe even straightaway after straightaway. These guys are swapping positions left and right. Lichtenberg gonna slide into third in front of Antonio. Once again, the lead might change by the time we get back to the start-finish line. Comes Demerit to the inside of Walters. Demerit gonna lead that one by just a hair. Walters gonna fall in behind him. Zach Gorski in that 07. He said he's got some damage. Not able to get maximum speed out of this thing because of his damage. 216, 217 through the corners. Not nearly fast enough as he's lost sight of the car in front of him, over a second behind. Almost 4 seconds. The difference between Jarrett Singh in 5th and Zach Gorski in 6th. Brett Tucker in the 99 machine. Tucker was at 1.1 lap down, but he's managed to get that lap back. Now he's in 7th place. 8th place is going to go to the 59 machine of Johnny Antonucci. Meanwhile, out front, this battle is as intense as it has ever been. Once again, here comes Demerit on the inside of Walters. Demerit going to take the lead down into turn number 1. These two trying to work fast. Maybe work together, trying to pull away from Brandon Lichtenberg, but Brendan sitting right there in 3rd spot, just slowly edging his way up on these guys. We go on board with him. Brendan having to work the throttle. Brendan's fastest lap is a 40.479. His last lap was a 40.479. His fastest lap His last lap was a 40.713. Oh my goodness, too much information coming at me. Trying to read it all, trying to take it all in while broadcasting the race. It's just too much for this simpleton. We go on board with Demerit here. Demerit has been your race leader for 59 laps. Look out the gearbox back at Bradley Walters. Walters has led the second most laps tonight with 25 laps led by him. Here comes Walters. Trying that outer line. Now he's going to look to the inside here maybe. But unable to get the run. And I do got to say, Jeff Drake's mullet is top notch. Now Walters losing a little bit of ground to Demerit. So we got 12 laps to go. And Rhett Tucker in the 99 machine making a pass on Zach Gorski. Put Tucker in 6th place. Gorski's fallen back to 7th. Johnny Antonucci in that 59 machine, he's going to be scored in 8th place right now. David Sutton in the 20. He is 9th and 10th place as Raul Alvarez, who is 1 lap down. Meanwhile, out front, Christopher Demerit with 10 laps to go. He has led 62 laps so far. By far the most laps led here tonight. That was locked up a long time ago, as Bradley Walters has only led 25 laps. Walters maybe has stepped back for a moment to conserve tires, conserve some fuel, any number of things. They've been out there for 21 laps. I believe everyone can make it on fuel. So we should have seen our final pit stop. Antonio in 4th place. Jarrett Singh rounding out your top 5 in that 10 machine. Singh has led the 3rd most laps here tonight, and he's done that with 3 laps led. Just to give you an idea of the dominating performance from Demerit and Walters, those guys 64 and 25 laps led respectively. And then Jarrett Singh with 3 laps led is sitting in 3rd place with the most, or that was a misleading comment. He is sitting with the 3rd most laps led with 3 laps. Walters down the backstretch with 7 laps to go, doing all he can to keep Demerit in check. Very possibly going to start losing some ground here as we get into the later stages. Walter's doing all he can to keep Demerit within sight, within draft range. But it looks like Demerit, with each corner turn, gains another inch. Another corner, another inch. Walters is losing ground here steadily, but very slowly, as Demerit seems to have found a whole nother gear and starting to open up a bit of a lead now. Five laps to go. David Sutton in the 20 machine. The lone lap traffic. Gonna pull to the inside and let the leaders by. Demerit gets by. Walter's gonna take a higher line, but able to get past him as well. Lichtenberg gonna pass him in the short chute as Sutton's gonna take the access road. Good sportsman there. Four laps to go as they come out of turn number 4. That'll make it 3 laps to go across the start finish line. That's because we can do math and can subtract 1 from each lap as they're completed. Demerit out front. Walters in second. Lichtenberg in third. And Antonio has dropped way back here. Antonio very possibly conserving some fuel, as this is going to be a bit close on fuel here. We'll see how this is going to shake out. Don't know what these guys have been doing to save fuel, if they have been. So hold on to your hats as we got 2 laps to go this time around. Demerit out front. Walters in second. Down this back straight for the final time, or not the final, one of the final times. It's getting very close to the end here. As Walters really closing the gap. Demerit maybe realizing he's not going to make it on fuel. As the final lap is underway, the white flag is flying. The lead change, Bradley Walters to the front. Demerit trying to catch him back up. Down the back straight they go. Walters holding on to the lead for now. And at the final time, short chute through 3 and 4. Here they come out of turn 4, checkered flag in hand. Demerit trying to get it, and he does. He's going to pass Walters. Walters going to end up second place there. As Demerit got a great run. Checkered flag waving for Demerit. Lichtenberg going to end up third. Fourth place going to Antonio. Jarrett Singh going to end up 5th. Rhett Tucker 6th, flipping in celebration into the pits. Zach Gorski in that 07 will wind up 7th. Johnny Antonucci in 8th. 9th place will be David Sutton. And 10th will go to Raul Alvarez, who's just now coming across the start-finish line. So Demerit, your race winner. We're going to step away for a moment and get set up for our post-race interviews. Welcome back to MaxSpeedTV as we have got our race winners, top 3 podium finishers here for post-race interviews. We're going to start with our race winner. That's Christopher Demerit. Led 72 laps out here tonight. Very spectacular race and managed to pull off the race win as Brandon Walters looked like he was going to upset you there down the backstretch, but somehow you found a way to get back by him on the front stretch in that final lap.
Yeah, good power coming from my Honda unit back. Got that pass on the front stretch, that last minute pass on the front stretch was very key to winning this race.
Man, oh man, how did you manage to set that up? And what happened that allowed Walters to close up on you so fast?
I was actually trying to save a tiny bit of fuel going to the line, but luckily with my Honda-powered IR18, I was able to save that tiny little bit of fuel, and then I was able to power back around in the last lap. Just set it up at a 3 and 4, try to stay close, and put all the power down coming out of the corner.
Man, you had a great race all race long. Like I said, you led the most laps out here, but Bradley Walters never let you catch your breath. What's it like having that kind of situation where you're out front but never able to really kind of rest with that lead position?
Yeah, it's always checking your mirrors for your opponents, and they're always, seeing them a few cars back from you, just sitting there waiting for you to make mistakes. Pretty nerve-wracking. So, I was held on to it. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Broken Arrow, Amateur Sim Racing Lawyers. I'd like to thank Rensselaer Motorsport and everyone on our team for Broken Arrow.
All right, well, that's Christopher Demerit, your race winner, getting it done out here for the ARDC Sim Series Indy 250/500. Man, oh man, it's gotta feel good though.
Yeah, it feels great. Pulled it off.
All right, well, go get you some milk. Drink it nice and cold. Do you like cold milk?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, dump it on your face, on your whatever hat you're wearing, as they give the Indy 500 a hat, a wreath, all that good stuff. So Christopher Demerit, your race winner out here tonight. We're going to move on to second place finisher. That is the 56 machine of Bradley Walters. And Mr. Walters, what a race you had going there. Almost had it with that pass down the backstretch, but then lost just a little bit on the front straightaway. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, coming into that last fuel run after that last caution, Chris and I were swapping back and forth quite a bit, and I figured I wanted to be the one leading when the tires kind of fell off. Truth be told, though, when you're racing Chris, I mean, he's going to kind of always get the upper hand on me. So I was just happy to be able to kind of hang in there. Had a little shot at the end, and I think it might have coughed a little on me coming to the line. But it was good. It was a good battle. Wish I could have got one more spot, but I'll take second.
Second place is for sure yours here in the ARDC Sim Series race at Indianapolis. I gotta tell you, man, it was exciting watching you battle against Chris Demerit for that top spot. How mentally exhausting can it be battling lap after lap, maybe even swapping positions on each straightaway?
It's, I would say, more frustrating than anything when you're racing Demerit. When the tires are good, you can pass and everything's, nice and easy and a piece of cake. And then when the tires kind of go off, if you're behind him, you're in trouble. So that was pretty much the scenario. Once the tires went off and I just couldn't close enough to really make like a legitimate pass without having to kind of dive bomb one. I just had to sit and just hope I stop the bleeding, I guess, and just keep it from falling more.
Well, second place is for you to claim. Any sponsors, people you'd like to thank for that finish?
Yeah, I mean, I'll thank the whole Sadie Sim Autosport team. I think Adam had some issues early in the race, but he had to bail. But yeah, thanks to the team.
All right, man. Well, Brendan Walters, sorry, Bradley Walters, finishing second out here tonight. So congratulations to him. That leaves us with our third place finisher, Brendan, in the 12 machine. How you doing out there tonight, man?
It was a pretty good race. To be honest, done quite a bit of laps here. We did the iRacing Indy 500 the other week, so I had advantage there in terms of just familiarity with the car and the track. So wouldn't say it was easy, but I was able to pull away from everybody but Chris and Bradley, so it was a pretty good day.
Now, sitting in third place, you would lose a little bit. How much of an aero push were you getting because of the two cars in front of you going into those corners?
A little bit, but like I said before, when I did the iRacing race, a week and a half ago now, I've actually been dealing with being behind like 28 cars at certain points in the race, so I think 2 cars is pretty easy.
Well, I gotta ask, on your nose, it just says, what a save, what a save, what a save. What's the joke there? Because I'm dying to know.
So if you're a big Rocket League player, that's one of the quick chats in Rocket League. So usually sarcastically, if you're having a really bad game, if your teammate just blows a save, you just hit the quick chat, what a save, what a save, what a save, until it's disabled. So that's just kind of a Rocket League joke. There's nothing much more behind that, but that's what it is.
Well, man, oh man, I gotta tell you, congratulations on third place finish here in the ARDC Sim Series. What's it like here at Indy to have that kind of finish?
Feels pretty good. I would have liked to win, but top 3 is pretty good considering Chris, multiple IndyCar champion, the iRacing Series, won the iRacing Indy 500 broadcast race last year. Bradley's a great driver too. The finish behind those two, I don't really have a problem with.
Oh man, congratulations on your third place finish, and wow, what a race by all of our podium finishers. Any sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
Yep, just like to thank Broken Arrow. I guess the other logos of my car, Citizen Frontieres, amateur sim racing lawyers. And you know what? I'd also like to thank my cat, Lily, who's probably expecting me right now.
All right, well, we'll let you get to your cat, and man, I appreciate you hanging tough and sticking around for the post-race interviews.
Yep, thanks a lot.
That was Brendan in the 12 machine, doing a great job out here tonight. That is gonna wrap it up for our post-race interviews. It's time now to bring on our results. Winning tonight is going to be Christopher Demerit. Bradley Walters bringing it home second, and Brendan Lichtenberg in third. Fourth place is going to go to Brian Antonio. Jarrett Singh will round out your top 5. And let's not forget Demerit, Walters, and Lichtenberg. Those top 3 finishers all going to get a free iRacing paint scheme. I believe it is done by R-Cube. Can't remember. I apologize. I did not write this down. And free iRacing paint for our top 3 finishers. Brian Antonio 4th, Jarrett Singh 5th. 6th place is going to go to Rhett Tucker. Zach Gorski in 7th. 8th place will be Johnny Antonucci. 9th place is going to go to David Sutton. And Raul Alvarez will round out your top 10. Now we get into the cars who did not finish, but still put in a great effort. David Hunt will finish 11th. Gary Gibson in 12th. CJ Perrell 13th. 14th will go to Joe Howie. And 15th will be Colin Saturday Night as for Du Bois. Chris Stouffer will be in 16th place. 17th will go to Jared LaBaugh. 18th place is Justin Carey. Ryan Reiser will be 19th. 20th is going to go to Robert Moquin. 21st will be Will Sylvester, and 22nd is going to go to Adam Plunkett. So that's going to do it for us here at MaxSpeedTV. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Don't forget, this broadcast was brought to you by Walls Beard Co., Colby's Eye Pints, the Ohio IndyCar League, SimSpeedShop.com, iBog, and the Hershey Design Company, and also Zach Gorski Racing. All of the links can be found down below in the video description, so if you can, make sure you check them out. Give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, subscribe to MaxSpeedTV as well. That is going to do it for me. My name is unimportant, but it's still going to show up on the screen as KR Stolfus. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Hope everyone had a good time, and I will catch you all next time.